heard that y'all were, looking for little old me. And I have to say, we're not going to talk about it. I've just been busy. I'm trying to get stuff done. I'm trying to work on some things. Life happens, bro. Life happens. Anywho, what's up, bakery community? What's up, my favorite people in the world? Welcome back to another episode of something great, something fantastic, something beautiful. I'm your host, the host with the most, Mac Diesel, and welcome back to the beautiful podcast we call The Bakery. Now, I just filmed an episode not too long ago, probably about a month ago, explaining to y'all what happened and where I've been. And now we're here. I've been busy with working with my PC, trying to game a little bit, stream a little bit. And it's been a lot, I will say that. It's been a lot. But this is what I wanted. This is what I'm here for. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. However, we have a couple things on that list, and then we're going to do like regular, our same routine like we were before. And then we'll just get into some topics, and then that'll be it. So it'll more than likely be longer than the last episode, but that's okay. We're going to make it happen. So without any more talking, let's make sure we get a salad. Let's get some water, get your fruits, and get ready to start the show. So, some things that have been going on that I have been trying to figure out. Not even necessarily just that, but what I've been going through the last couple days. Boy, y'all are in for a treat today. So, here's the thing, right? As we all know, my community on Twitch knows. I got a brand new car back in January of 2023. I believe that was the time period. And it's a 2019 Honda Civic. Beautiful car. Love it. I'll probably put a picture up here somewhere. It's been fantastic to me. Love that thing to death. Now, backtracking a little bit, I had a 2001 Buick Century and a 2003 BMW 325i. That BMW was fire. A little small, but it was fire. I had a lot of things wrong with those cars, including oil changes, including taking care of windshield wipers, making sure there's gas in my car. Those cars ate up a lot of gas, but they did me justice. They did me well. Buying new transmissions, getting tires, just so many things that cause PTSD for cars, vehicles. And I'm typically on top of things. I try to do my best to be on top of things that require my attention, which is maintenance. Windshield wipers, small little thing. Gas, you need it. Oil, you need it. Coolant, all that good stuff. How can I explain this without sounding dumb? Y'all are probably going to call me dumb anyways, but hey, it is what it is. I was driving my car the other day and I noticed that it jerked a little bit. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't like that, but it was just like, a little bit. And it stopped. So automatically in my head, I'm like, okay, I need some oil. I need to put some oil in my car. But how much oil is the question? So without even hesitating, I checked the maintenance on the vehicle. I checked the setting where it tells you what's wrong with it. It said 15%. Now, mind you, I just got my oil changed. So I wasn't thinking too much of it. But at the same time, I was like, ooh, I might need some oil. And it's never done that before. It's never given me a notification where it says maintenance due soon. If it is something, if it has been something, it's always the tire pressure or, brake fluid or this, that, and the third, whatever. But never the oil, because I always stay on top of it. And I make sure I go and get it changed and drained every time. So I saw that and I was like, I just got my oil changed, but why is it saying 15%? So I said, okay, this is what we'll do. We'll put a little bit in and we'll let it sit for a day. So that's what I did. This was on maybe a Friday or Saturday. Put oil in there a little bit and it was fine. Sunday, drove it around, went to go watch football at a friend's house and it was fine. Then comes Monday. This is where I effed up at entirely. I told myself, okay, we need to make sure we put oil in this car. I said that. That was me. Stupid. Big dummy. So I go outside. Mind you, I'm headed to church for young adults at CBC. For all y'all that know, that place is a wonderful place to be. That is a fun event to be at. Just saying. That's besides the point. Shout out to Pastor Ed and all the other pastors. Anywho, I'm on my way to that, and I'm like, wait a minute. I told myself I need to put oil in the car. So I put the rest of what I had into my vehicle. Mind you, this was not little. This was a lot of oil. But I didn't think anything of it because I thought I was low. So I put the rest in there, right? Then I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, let me start my car and make sure everything's cool. Started my car. I sat there for probably nine to about 15 minutes just to let the, oil circulate. Let it do what it needs to do. After I do that, I take off. I get on the street. Everything's cool. Next thing I notice smoke. And I'm like, why is there smoke? Who's driving behind me going crazy? Come to find out it's me. My tailpipe is smoking. I said, tailpipe smoking. That ain't good. That can't be good. It's not coming from the front, but it's coming from the back. Why? What's going on? Not sure what's going on. I'm panicking. I'm like, oh God, I just got this car. Why is this happening? So I pull over. As I'm pulling over, my car starts jerking even more. And it gets worse. Then the smoke thickens and it's whiter and it's just coming out. Coming out. I'm like, oh. I said, I messed something up. I said, there's just no way. I said, something's wrong. I said, I don't know what I did. Pull over to the side. Get out, check the hood. Nothing's leaking. Nothing's coming out of the bottom of the car. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, did I hit something? Did I hit a bump too hard? Did I crack something? Something's off. So doing research, call my pops. Hey, this is what's going on. Da 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 da. He's like, well, he's giving me all the information, whatever. Fast forward about 5 minutes, I go back to the house. I don't go to church. Can't go to church at this point because something's wrong with my car. So driving it back, it's accelerating. Not even a little bit. Smoke is just coming out of the car. It's getting everywhere. So I'm trying to take this back road to my house. And something in my head told me, turn it off and push it. Turn it off and push it. Turn the car off and push it. Now, as we all know, when you turn a car off and push it, it's not the lightest thing in the world. Yeah, you can put it in neutral all you want. That bad boy is going to make you sweat. It is a vehicle. They weigh tons. Let me sit down before I get mad. So, I begin to push by myself on the driver's side. Someone sees me, they pull over, they're like, hey man, you need some help? I was like, yeah, I could use some help. I almost let my ego get the best of me, and I was going to say no. But I was like, some help would be nice. Mind you, the back road to my apartment was literally right around the corner. We're going straight for a little bit, and we get close to the turn that takes me to my apartment complex. Well, I decided, let me just miss the turn. I missed the turn, guys. It's just like you had one job, Mac Diesel. You had one job and you chose to miss the turn, brother. You missed the turn. And I was so mad. I said, you know what, brother? I said, I appreciate you getting me this far. I said, you're good, man. I wish I could give you some money, but I ain't got it. He said, oh, no, man, no worries. I didn't want to leave you standing by yourself. Da, 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 da. I said, you're a good man. You're a good guy. So I'm just thinking, I'm like, dang, what am I going to do? So I turn the car off. I sit there for about 5-10 minutes. Get out, check the engine again. Nothing's leaking. I see nothing. Car's too hot to check the coolant. But on the side, there's the clear container that had some coolant in there. So I was like, there's still coolant in there. What could be the issue? I'm like, okay, cool. So then I talked to my pops again. He's like, you should be good to drive it. Don't give it too much gas. Just try to get home. I said, okay, cool. Get back in the car, drive it, get to the apartment. We're good. Fast forward to this week. Got it towed Tuesday. Sent it to a mechanic through the dealership. Talked to somebody Wednesday. They said, oh, and this is where it gets embarrassing, guys. I don't want to say it, but I have to say it because this is what happened. It says, oh, we ran some tests and we looked at it and we noticed that you just have way too much oil in it. I said, what? I got too much what? He said, sir, we noticed that there's just too much oil in there. And you put way too much. I said, I said, really? He said, yeah. I said, dang. I was trying to be safe. I guess I messed it up. So at that point, I'm already knowing I'm gonna have to pay a deductible. My warranty is not gonna cover it because I did it. And it's probably gonna cost me an arm and a leg to get this fixed. So I'm like, okay, you know, what happens next? He said, you know, we'll call you back by the end of the day. They're usually closed at 6 o'clock. We'll let you know. I said, cool. Didn't hear anything. I said, all right. Now I'm getting a little worried. Called them this morning. It is Thursday, the 18th. Called them this morning. They called me back. The gentleman I spoke to literally irritated my soul because I kept asking him. I said, hey, what's going on in my car? I don't know what's going on. You guys haven't said anything. You didn't call me back yesterday. Blah, 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 blah. This, that, and the third. He just kept reiterating that there's so much oil. There's so much oil. Da, 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 da. Then he says it's oil on the spark plugs. There's oil on the gaskets and this and that. And you put too much. Yada, yada, yada. You put too much oil. Yada, yada, yada. You put too much oil. And it's like, bruh, how many times you gonna tell me I put too much oil? I already feel stupid for what I did anyways. You just gonna make it worse. Make it make sense, brother. Make it make sense. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look around and see if I can go somewhere else. Because at this point, you're making me mad. They tell me the price. First, he says $3,900. Who's paying $3,900? Not me. Then he goes back, does some more math, comes back, $1,400. So that was the new price. I said, you know what? I'm gonna look at my other options. I said, there's just no way. Call somebody I know who's very reliable, who does a great job on cars. I say, hey man, you know, this is what's going on. This is what happened. What's my price? Oh, we got to do labor and this and that. We'll charge you about $380. I'm there. So then I do that. Then he decides to tell me, oh, we're going to charge you for the diagnostic. Then we're going to charge you for the tow that you took yesterday, which is $160 something. So altogether, I paid about $300 something. I said, that hurts. So then I pay that. Got to pay for another tow truck to take it to the new spot. Get the tow truck, take it to the new spot. That costs another $200 something. And then as soon as they finish with my car, it's going to cost me $300 and something. So altogether, I spent about $800, which is way better than $1,400 and $3,900. And I mean, when I tell you I was pissed, I was ready to slap the hell out of that man for saying that to me. But it didn't even dawn on me how much he was saying that there was so much oil. And I'm just looking at the phone like, bro, how many times are you going to tell me that? How many times are you going to keep saying, I need oil? I put too much oil. Dude, I know. I'm the one who did it. Duh. Lesson learned. From now on, I will take heed that 15% does not mean that I'm out of oil. It just means that I'm due for an oil change soon, and I need to be making sure that I'm cautious of that. Yeah. So yeah, my car's in the shop right now, getting serviced for whatever needs to be done. They told me I'm just waiting until I get the call like, hey, your car's done. Okay, cool. I'll be on my way to get it because I miss my car. I really, really do. But yeah, that's what happened. Now we can move on to the next topic of YouTube. YouTube is fun. I love doing YouTube. I'm doing it right now. Thing is, I've been having a argument with myself back and forth about the gaming and the streaming and posting. I think the biggest problem right now that I'm having is just editing. If I could find a consistent schedule to edit, my life would be so much simpler. Now the posting part, that's easy. Just find the time to post. It's not hard. Upload, find the time to post. You're good. However, it's the patience to edit. That's irking my nerves, because I look at some of the videos I make and they're long as shit. And I'm like, dude, I have to sit through this hour-long gaming video, or not even an hour long, but 30 to 45 minute video on my podcast I got to edit. I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do it. To pay for it would be nice, but with what money? Because y'all charge too much. Y'all charge way too much. Sick of it. Help a brother out, man. I know inflation is real, but don't be inflating the prices on these videos, bruh. I'm trying. I'm a young, handsome, striving content creator that's trying to make a difference for himself, not only for himself, but his family, the people that believe in him. You know what I mean? I'm doing this for people who think the same thing as me, and they're trying to do better. Sorry, I was just having a little moment. But yeah, I'm really trying to get better at it. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to get a consistent schedule. And it's been a long process. It's been a very long process. You guys who have been watching me know I'm not the most consistent person. There's a couple bigger content creators that are just as least consistent as I am. And they have the tools they need. They're busy doing their other adventures. Shout out to Belize. Shout out to Corey Kenshin. Who else? It's a lot to name. I could go on and on and on. But just to name a few, those guys give me the inspiration to keep doing this, and I'm going to keep doing it. Hopefully I get more consistent with it. And, I can give y'all the consistent content that y'all so deserve and would like to see from me. Whether it's 7 viewers, 2 viewers, or 30 viewers, I don't care. I'm doing this for me, and I'm doing it for the next person that wants to do it, that just can't seem to find that voice to do this. And I'm just, as always, like I always say, just go for it. I did it. I'm still doing the best I can, but we're trying to get better. We're trying to get bigger. It is what it is. Hopefully I can get another guest on here. I feel like having Zay the last time was super, super fun. So I just want to try to, implement that. But yeah, that's where I'm at. A lot of the reason why I haven't been posting or streaming is because I had issues with my capture card, and I bought a new one. Reason being is because the one I had kept flickering, and it was messing up on OBS. Then it was messing up on the screen. Every time I load into a game and the screen goes black, the picture goes black. So I'm like, well, what's going on? And I was sitting at this desk day after day, hour after hour, just trying to figure it out. Okay, let's change this. Okay, let's change that. Okay, let's change this. And it's like nothing's working. So at this point, I'm just going to do what I can with what I got. If the game flickers on here, or not even flickers, but if it goes out for a second here, that's fine. We'll figure it out. But I'm not going to stop making this content. I really just need to keep pushing. A lot of my goals right now are to make more money. If it's coming through this, not necessarily that it matters, but I want to be able to get financially stable to a point where I can, pay my mother X amount of money, do things for other people, give back to my community, and then even invest in myself and just do different things that I want to do. Because I want to travel. I'm only 28 and I have not traveled the world much. And that's just because I've been feeling stuck in one spot, and I want to get myself out of that spot and just enjoy the life that I have to the fullest. So hopefully you guys don't take that the wrong way. I mean it in the most genuine way. It's not so much about the money. The money is nice, but I do want to do something for myself and just keep getting better, keep getting smarter, keep getting stronger in the content that I'm bringing to y'all. So that's just what I have to say about that little topic right there. So let's just know I'm doing the best I can. I'm putting my best foot forward. But now that we got all that mushy stuff out of the way, it's time for a little studio sesh. And this studio sesh is going to be same studio sesh, but, different topics. So the first topic I want to talk about is singing. I want to take singing lessons so bad. It's funny because I feel like I can sing. The problem is, can I actually sing? And I know I have a nice voice. I even speaking, it's nice. Singing, I feel like I sound nice. However, sometimes I feel like I try to imitate an artist too much. For example, Chris Brown, who's another one? Lucky Day, Music Soul Child, Avant, Usher, Bryson Tiller. There's so many different artists I can name. I could go on and on and on and on and on. And a lot of those guys have really good voices. I've always felt like I had a good voice. I've been singing since I was in the church choir. Haven't done that in a long time because I'm not a kid anymore. I'm a full-blown adult. And the church I did go to, I do not attend anymore. However, I would love to just sing and be confident and know that I sound good. I feel like I do sound good, but sometimes people look at me, they're like, what the hell is that? What are you doing? And that, it shouldn't worry me, but it does because I'm like, oh, I hate when people look at me and it's like secondhand embarrassment. Like, what are we doing? Maybe I should just stop, just leave it alone. But yeah, man, that's just something that I want to do. That's a side adventure I'm trying to figure out how I can work into my life. And, like I said, just get better. And then the next and last thing I want to talk about in Studio Sesh is this Chris Brown concert. Now, before we get to that concert, because it's coming up on the 27th next week. It's the 18th now. It's on the 27th next week. Before we get into that, I just want to talk about this whole colorist thing. It's really weird how y'all just keep finding ways to attack that man and put these narratives on him that he don't care about a certain color. He's colorist. He's picky. Blah, 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 blah. For starters, he can be picky. That's just it. And this is me coming from a very comfortable man in his skin. Dude's a handsome dude. So if you're not attracted to him, there's nothing he can do about that. There's nothing none of us can do about it. I may not be the most handsome man in the world, but I know I am. That's just my confidence level. Just boop, 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 boop. But it's like people just don't get their way, so they get upset and they start talking crap and saying this and saying that. And y'all know that man don't be trying to be on social media like that because he's always saying something negative about him. So for him to deactivate his Instagram, people are going to have their opinions, whether you like it or not. I know how I feel about it. And I know, that's just my opinion. But he did the right thing deactivating his account because he could have said something so ugly. He chose peace. And that's what y'all need to understand, is that man's choosing peace. He's not trying to talk to y'all about any of this or this and that and blah, 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 blah. And I know I talk about CB a lot. Favorite artist in the world. I don't care. That's just who I like to listen to. It's just what it is. I just feel like people just need to leave it alone. Stop trying to build these crazy narratives. A lot of people love him. A lot of people in the majority of the world loves him. There's a select few that don't like him for that incident, but we're not talking about it. It is what it is. You just have to get over it. Sorry. And last but not least, the last section of this video is movies and friends. Now, couple things. Demon Slayer movie, have not seen it. Plan on seeing it. Don't know when. I'm very excited to see that because I heard it's super good. I heard it's a 10 out of 10. And I don't believe there's 10 out of 10s, but maybe a 9.5 out of 10. Just give or take. You know, that's just what I see. But I'm very excited to see that movie. Eventually, I'm going to go see it. I just don't. It's just too much going on, bro. I have too many things just going on in my head. It's just like, just thinking. It's just, you know? So, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to know what it is that I'm going to do about that. Because I'm definitely going to see that. I have to see it. No questions asked. Love Demon Slayer. But yeah, that's that. I do plan on seeing that. And if y'all do and have seen it, put your opinions down below in the comments so I can see what y'all be talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then another point I want to come out on here and talk about is Ozark. Oh my gosh. That show, different. Very different. I did not think I was going to get attached. But bro, that show is so good. And it's so like, it's so many cliffhangers. It's just kind of like, ooh, like what's going to happen next? Or like, oh, did he kill him? Did he kill her? Did she kill him? Did she kill her? You know, and without spoiling it for anybody, I don't know if everybody's seen it, but you know, it's just like the drug dealers and the cartel. And it's just like, oh my gosh, there's always something going on. I'm just excited about it. I just love it. It's just so good. It's so freaking good. And then finally, Crunchyroll needs to be free. Crunchyroll needs to be free. I don't really have too much to say about that. I just feel like it needs to be free. Make it free. Or sponsor me. Sponsor me on the video. Sponsor me on Crunchyroll, please. I need a sponsor. I want a sponsor. Sponsor me. But with all that being said, that is it for the day. I appreciate y'all coming through once again for episode 38. We are almost at episode 40, y'all. So glad I'm able to keep doing this and having fun with it. It's just my life. This is what I love to do. I'm gonna stop whispering in y'all ears because it's getting weird. But anyways, again, I love y'all to death. Thank y'all for supporting me. Those who do support me, I appreciate it tenfold. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get in a routine and post more and try to be more consistent like I was, even with the Twitch streams and posting game videos, which I'm actually getting ready to go do after this video, and just everything else in between, showing the clips and this and that and whatever. I really appreciate y'all supporting me. Thank you as always. I am your host, Mac Diesel, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.